I'm happy that you stick with us in the series. Unfortunately, this already is the final episode. This time we'll mount the exhaust and do some fine tuning, especially at the carburetor. Have fun!
This is our SIP road exhaust, the model for the wide-frame Vespas. This exhaust is especially adapted so that it can be easily mounted on Fender light models. It is available in two versions, one with these double tubes and then with just one tube, as original. The SIP Road is an exhaust that delivers a pretty good performance increase, although it looks like an original exhaust. This adapter is included with the exhaust. It lets you attach a normal PX exhaust to the swing arm of the wide frame models. We are pretty done on the hydraulic ramp, so let's get the scooter on the road now.
Two kicks, that's pretty cool. And now we're going to do some fine tuning.
Adjust the ignition. I've already put marks on the flywheel. It should be flashed at 23 degrees with the strobe light. There, I have already made a mark on the flywheel. There's also a mark here on the engine casing. When aligned with the stroboscope lamp, the ignition is at the right time. Unfortunately, our carburetor did not work optimally on the first try. Plus, the throttle response was not good, and it also overflowed. We removed and cleaned the carburetor. There were some dirt particles in the float chamber. They can stick between the float needle and its seat, and due to that, the carburetor starts leaking. We take the opportunity and explain which settings are important to the carburetor. First, there are these two screws. This silver screw is the idle gas screw. Turn it in, the idle gas goes up. Turn it out, the idle gas gets lower. The brass screw is responsible for the idle mixture. If I turn the screw in, the mixture gets thicker. But if I turn the screw out, the mixture gets thinner.
Wenn ich die Schraube reindrehe, wird das Gemisch fetter. Und wenn ich die Schraube rausdrehe, wird das Gemisch magerer.
1/4 or 1/8 turns are often enough to change the gas settings.
Die Gasannahme zu verändern.
Under the float chamber and the float, there are two nozzles in the carburetor. This small nozzle is the secondary nozzle.
Das ist die Nebendüse.
It is responsible for the lower part of the slider.
In dem Fall besonders interessant.
This CP23 carburetor comes from us preset for the Penasco engine, but depending on the weather or season, it may be necessary to change the settings.
Kann es nötig werden, die Nebendüse zu verändern.
The second nozzle is in the main jet. It's bolted in the middle of the carburetor.
Die ist in der Mitte des Vergasers verschraubt. Und die Hauptdüse.
With the main jet, you adapt the carburetor to the respective cylinder, because it makes a difference if you drive a Polini or a grey cast iron cylinder. As I said, with it you simply adjust the carburetor to the cylinder.
In der Mitte des Vergasers.
The main nozzle is responsible for the full load range from 2/3 throttle valve position.
Before we put the carburetor back on the intake manifold after the settings, we degrease the area with the brake cleaner. also in the intake, so the carburetor does not slip down.
Finally, when the carburetor is set, the ignition must be set to determine the ignition timing. There are different methods. The simplest is a turnover measurement.
Die einfachste, meiner Meinung nach, ist eine Umschlagsmessung und dann mit Hilfe einer Gradscheibe.
Use a degree disc to mark the timing on the flywheel. Instead of the spark plug, screw a piston stopper in the cylinder head and then rotate the flywheel from both sides against the piston stopper and place 2 marks on the flywheel.
Von beiden Seiten das Polrad gegen diesen Kolbenstopper dreht und 2 Markierungen auf dem Polrad macht.
In this case, we have here our reference mark.
Unsere Referenzmarkierung. Und
and these 2 marks are from the turnover measurement.
Sind von der Umschlagsmessung.
Now I have to find the midpoint between both marks and have my top dead center with the degree disc.
Und habe mein OT.
This is marked OT here. Then I was able to use the degree disc to measure 23 degrees of pre-ignition of OT on the flywheel.
23 Grad Vorzündung.
I can now mark 23 degrees.
0, 23. Jetzt habe ich eine Blitzpistole an die Zündung angeschlossen.
Now I connected the stroboscope lamp to the ignition and can check whether both marks are aligned at the 23 degrees position.
Mit meiner Referenzmarkierung auf dem Gehäuse übereinstimmt.
That's it. If you enjoyed this video, we'd very much appreciate the thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell. We're looking forward to see you next time. Later, Gator.